Now, my nemesis out on the golf course was this, hitting pull shots. I would be constantly hitting this throughout a round of golf. Incredibly annoying and constantly costing me shots. But one little feel really fixed this for me. It targeted my root cause area to why I was hitting those pull shots. And the little drill that I found to do alongside it cleared everything up and actually improved two other really key areas. And if golfers out there do these and do these wrong, you're going to be pulling it, but you're most likely just going to be playing bad golf as well. So this is really good info, even for golfers who aren't pulling the golf ball. So here's what I was doing before, and here was my swing after this slight tweak. So as we can see coming into impact, let's look at the before swing there. So we can see, big thing, okay, bent left arm coming through the golf ball. So the bent left arm, you could call it a chicken wing. Now the chicken wing didn't necessarily actually cause that left shot to happen, but it was what the chicken wing for me did to the golf club, for the golf club to hit the ground. Because if I go and I bend my lead arm, if I don't do anything to my wrists coming into the golf ball, extend and throw the angles, the club's actually just going to get further away from the ground. I'd probably most likely top it, which is not what I would generally do. So what my club did to get into the ground was extend the left wrist, which then got the club moving closer into the ground, not more up. So it was a necessity for me to hit the ball, to target, to try to anyway, but to hit good contact. So if I hit one here and I hit my old swing, yep, absolutely. It is absolutely pulling out there. Hopefully I can find that golf ball later. So, absolutely, why does that bent left arm and throwing wrist cause that pull shot? It's because that movement there, when we are cupping that left wrist, which is my mechanism to get the club into the ground from that closes down the face, as we can see. It's throwing the angle. So you can still hit a nice strike every now and again, like I just did, but you will be pulling the golf ball, absolutely. So let's have a look here at the after. So this is after a really good little tweak, which I was doing on the golf course, and we'll talk about the drill as well. So you can see left arm, incredibly straighter. But what did that left arm allow me to be able to do? It allowed me to be able to keep that lead wrist flatter, and for my case, even slightly flexed there. Now, why that was the case, because the lead arm was keeping the height of the swing constant, I didn't have to have any mechanism to get the club back into the ground. But when we're keeping that left wrist flatter going through the golf ball, you can see how the club face stays squarer to the swing arc. So for me, if I could keep that left arm straighter, my wrist angle will be flatter, which would be squaring down the face and not closing it down, making it so much easier to hit lovely shots just like that there. That was absolutely awesome. So what was the feel I did? So the feel was what I call the hard stop. So what I was thinking when I was doing this was, if I could get to shaft parallel to the ground in my finish right here and make sure my left arm was really extended, so really straight, because if I'm straight here with that left arm, I have to be straighter with it at impact, which then would, as a byproduct, keep my left wrist angle flatter, making the club face squarer, not pulling the golf ball. So out on the golf course, I was doing this all the time. So my friends I was playing a lot of golf with me, when I was going through this fix, they would see all the time me finishing like this. So really nice extended, lovely compressed golf shot. And every single time it was almost is the word, almost impossible to hit the ball left unless the club path was really dumping on the inside. Because that stopping here ensured that left arm was straight, ensured the left wrist angle was flat. That ensures the club face was nice and square, not turning over, hitting that pull shot. So the only other way then to hit a pull shot, if the path was so much to the left, really cutting across it to where the club face was following it to match into path, that would then hit the pull shot from there. But that would never really happen for me. So that is actually a drill, that is a drill that we see a lot of golfers doing, the hard stop. Now, finish in that position. So it's quite similar to the Tommy Fleetwood sawn off, but that hard stop will get you in that position like we could see with the slow-mo just before. Absolutely awesome. Whenever I'm in a pressure-filled situation and I need to hit a shot to target, I would do that. I quite often do that with stingers off the tee, which is good for here in Scotland. So in the drill I used was just a classic ball training aid. So a ball training aid, so I've got here the Shore Golf connector. This wasn't the one I used at the time, but any would be really good. I really recommend this one for what we can see with these little sticks coming out of it. It really helps with forearm rotation and a load of other stuff. But if we can keep a ball in between our arms. We're going to be nice and extended with that lead arm, which means we're going to have a better left wrist angle. Because again, if we, let's say I take that out, and if we do extend the left wrist, but have the lead arm straight, you will just chunk it. So that's because it's going to diverge into the ground too much with that club. So again, you're not really going to do that. You might for a few shots, just for the teething kind of area of it. But if I can keep this in between my arms all the way through, I know that I've kept that left arm straighter, because this will drop out of my arms immediately. So here we go. So I'm just going to hit some shots here. So again, if you want one of these, there is a link in the description, but ultimately any ball training aid is really good. I just prefer this one. So just going to hit some shots, and you can do this with all clubs in the bag. Just making sure, I mean, it's just really nice and compressed when you do this. Just making sure that it's still in my arms. You can even see there, they're quite half swing. So very, very nice of a way to practice. So that's where you can go out on the golf course with a feel hard stop. Again, you can do your hard stop and then go through to a full finish if you want to. The ball flight doesn't lower down so much like it might seem from that technique. But this is a way where you can really practice nicely. And again, so many golfers do this issue to where you can fix it out on the golf course and do this on the driving range. We even go to the golf course like I am at the moment when it's quiet. And then you can put this in between your arms and just have a swing away. That was really nice. Awesome. So, JChownGolf connector, there's a link in the description for that. But again, any ball training aid will really be quite nice for this. I just prefer this one. Be a few more videos with this, with how beneficial this can be. But this was how I fixed my pull shot. So then, again, fixing ultimately the cup in the left wrist, coming through the golf ball, the extension, which was caused by the root cause, this left arm. And what else did it do? Like I said in the beginning of the video, it helped me with better chest rotation. So that was absolutely awesome. And chest rotation going through the golf ball, the better it is, the more it helps keep the club face stable, because if you're going to have that lead arm nice and extended going into post impact, your chest has to turn through going through the golf ball better. Brilliant. And like you could see with all these shots, what else does it help with? Compression. I was compressing the golf ball so much better. No high, lofty shots. They were all down, penetrating, and picked up a decent amount of yards with it as well. So if you enjoyed this video, click that like button. If you want more golf instruction, just like this, hit the subscribe button and hit that bell button too to be notified every time I put out a video. So guys, the off season is here. So that means the winter improvement plan is back for my online lessons on Skillist. So what you get this year round, instead of 4 lessons per month, which is what we had last year, now it's unlimited lessons per month, which is absolutely going to be the best way for you to improve over the winter off-season period. So with this, of course, unlimited lessons is what you get, but you also get access to all my video courses on all the topics I have there and exclusive content. So this is JChownGolf content that absolutely is nowhere else other than Skillist, and you're going to get that as well on this. So if you want to improve your game over the winter time, absolutely head over to Skillist. There's a link in the description, and let's get started working together.